George Ethan Cox, your RYT 200-hour certified yoga instructor. And today we have an awesome Yin Yoga practice to share with you today. It's a good day. It's rainy here in Wilkes County, North Carolina. To feel cozy and comfortable because it's raining outside. So, first off, make sure you're wearing something extra comfortable for our Yin class. I understand life gets stressful. I understand a lot of people work out, and a lot of people are also just stationary a lot of their lives. And so this is just a really good practice to kind of ease into our stretches today, help relieve a lot of tension, help find a good meditative posture, and just to feel good on this Saturday morning of Easter. With that being said, I want to ask if you could grab a pillow that's available, or two, grab yourself a block or two, or a book or two. You could also grab a bolster or a blanket as well. All these things can be used for today's practice. I'll cue them as needed, but you will probably get the most out of your practice by getting a pillow at the least. So with that being said, we'll roll out our mats and we'll begin here in just a moment, but I'm going to give you your opportunity to do that now. With that being said, it's an honor to get to share this with you. You can find me in person here at Hive Fitness Studios in Moravian Falls, North Carolina. If you're having trouble looking for it, it's on the same complex as Four Brothers. You have to go around the back of the building, around the left side if you're facing the building, to the front, and we're at the very central section. With that also being known, you can also catch me online at any time, of course, on either Facebook page for Wilkes Recovery Revolution or Yoga with George Ethan. And I thank you all for being here today. This is accessible to you every single Saturday at 11 a.m. And this is all possible because of Wilkes Recovery Revolution. Thank you so much for this opportunity to share my practices with all y'all. I love you, and let's have a good practice today. So, right away, let's get started. We're going to grab a pillow and put it underneath our hips. We're going to start in a seated position. A lot of these poses are a bit easier to access than the ones that I typically teach, so they should be fine to gather at any fitness level. But if there is anything that is pushing it too far, ease off a little bit. No, there's no judgment, and just meet yourself where you're at today. But first, we're just simply sitting, grounding, being where we are. I recommend a pillow under your hips first to bring the ground up to you so you can focus on elongating the spine. We begin with our breath. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Sigh it out. Relax your shoulders. Maybe close your eyes. Deep breath in. Sigh it out. We're going to practice Ujjayi breath, which is making the sighing sound, but with your mouth closed as you exhale through the nose. So all together, we inhale. Ujjayi breath out. Relax the skin of the forehead, letting go of today so far, your to-do list. We're going to stay here for a few minutes here, just grounding, breathing. Inhale, lift the sternum just slightly. Exhale, Ujjayi breath, relax the shoulders. Imagine a lift of energy in the front of your body as you inhale, grounding energy down the back body with your exhale. Being present with yourselves, accepting yourself where you are. Continue breathing deep. Inhale in. Find a lift in the crown of the head. Exhale, grounding in the shoulders. Pull your elbows down towards the floor ever so slightly. Breathe at your own pace here. Continue with the smooth, long, deep breaths. Practicing Ujjayi breath along the way to allow your body to fully and completely rest into this moment. setting the intention to find stillness, to find what feels good, to be present, to see if you can be present while holding a posture for some time. About 1 or 2 more moments here. Allowing your sitting bones to fully ground into the mat or the pillow beneath you. Last breath all together now. Inhale in through the nose, out through the nose. Wonderful. Now as we transition, take extra care to just notice how you are moving. Just move slowly, meticulously in love with yourself. And we're going to meet on our backs. Go ahead and take a pillow and put it at the head of your mat where you're going to rest your head. We're going to be starting off in our floor with supported bridge. So use your hands to walk yourself down, 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 nice and slowly here. Take your time. Grab your blocks, my friend. We're going to take our blocks here and put it underneath the hips or underneath our bums, right where your sacral joint meets your pelvis. So you can have it flat, your block, or you can have your block half lift like so. If you feel comfortable, you can have it all the way like so, like this. But that's only if you're comfortable. Again, this is a yin class. This isn't so much trying to fit into certain shapes as it is trying to ease into the position and to allow your body to find ease. So from here, we're with our hips lifted. You can continue focusing on pressing your palms into the mat and raising your hips ever so slightly, or simply allowing your hips to rest on the block here. This pose in itself, if you're really just resting and doing nothing, it seems like you're doing nothing, but you are doing something. You are redirecting the flow of your blood directly towards the brain, getting fresh blood flow here. This is really good for digestion. But as we go, I want you to focus on your breathing. Now, I know some postures might seem very unnatural, but what you want to do is focus in on your foundation, which means focusing on all the parts of your body that meets the floor or block and pressing into it while you focus on your breathing. Keeping your breaths long and smooth will allow you to ease further into the posture, or it allows you to feel more deeply the benefits of this posture. So breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And continue those smooth breaths at your pace. Now, just understand that we are all in a different place, and know that sometimes there are moments that can be loud and there can be quiet. This is an opportunity to relish in some quiet moments, to contemplate, to meditate, to simply be, and finding a reset. And to feel supported. We'll only be here for a couple more breaths, probably about a minute or two left. Remember, nice slow deep breaths here. There may be moments on this practice where I don't speak so much. It's an opportunity for you to just simply relish in the posture. Don't think I've forgotten you. You may want to feel like you've fallen asleep here, but it's okay. It's really just trying to feel good in where you stand or sit in this position. Alrighty, nice and slow. Inhale, lift the hips just slightly so you can remove the block. And as you roll down, try to feel every single vertebrae as you roll your back down to the mat. Awesome. From here, we're moving into a reclined cobbler variation, except the feet of the cobble post will be supported by the block here. So put your block under your feet, your knees bent like so. And once you do, you want to gently, slowly relax the knees outward to your left and right. Remember to kind of scoop your tailbone up and in so your back is nice and flush with the mat. You want to avoid any arching. If there is a little space with the mat, that's okay. But if your back really arches up, then I suggest you can either remove the block or you can just move your knees a little slightly more together. But see if you can't allow yourself to fully and relax, opening the hips to just be still in the present moment. Breathe into your belly and out. Find yourself sinking a little deeper with each and every exhale. Maybe you can allow your hands to rest on your hips to allow your body to relax. If you want to observe your breath, place your left hand on your heart, your right hand on your navel, and just witness the expansion of your belly and heart as you inhale in, and the contraction with each passing exhale. That in itself, just noticing the breath, is bringing mindfulness and awareness to the body, and is a very insightful type of meditation. You may seem to think this could be a very simple class, and there's power in simple things. But if anything, it's an act of righteous self-love. And I say righteous because we live in a world where we can tend to be constantly on the go, want to push ourselves to run that extra mile, so to speak. But do we take that time for ourselves to find ease ever? And it can take form of so many things, but in this form, we're taking that time to find relaxation and to find release, and to bring fresh oxygen to our blood, to find a little flexibility and stillness in a world that's so fast paced. Another breath or two, and we'll transition to our next pose. All right, on your next exhale, use your hands to guide your legs together. You can remove the block from your mat. We'll use that again later. And we're going to kick our right foot up towards the sky, wiggle those toes, and cross that right heel over the left thigh, making a figure 4 here. Use your hands to reach your right hand through this hole here of the 4 and wrap your left hand around the left thigh. Interlace those fingers behind the left thigh and pull in towards the chest. It's nice and easy here. Keep your toes engaged. We breathe here in a supine pigeon pose. Finding a stretch in our right glutes and our hips. Maybe for a little more, you can press your right elbow into the right thigh. Or even extend your reach beyond your thigh to your shins and interlace your fingers behind the shin and pulling for an extra stretch. We're only holding this pose for about 2.5 minutes here. And then we're going to transition to a supine twist to our left. Just for now, just breathe and be and enjoy the stretch. If you witness your breathing growing shallow at any point, reset. Breathe in deeply into the belly and the heart space. Allow that fresh air in. Relax your brow and your jaw. All right. Go ahead and release the left foot down. And instead of unwinding, we're going to continue crossing that right leg to where the right knee is behind the left. Spread your arms out wide for support and allow your legs to gently fall to your left for a supine twist. You can have your arms in Texas T or Gold Post arms for a chest opener. Or if you want to allow your left hand to guide your right leg down, you can extend your right arm to your right and just take a look to the right side for a full body twist. And breathe into the belly here. This should feel really good for that outer right hip. Really good for the core to kind of squeeze out that lactic acid. Just breathe deeply. That's all it takes. Breathe into your navel, the heart space, and then let it go. Spend another minute here, and then we'll switch to the other side. Continue breathing deep. And when you're ready, on your next exhale, use your hands to your sides to support. Use your core, draw your navel in and down to bring your legs to lift back up and unwind. This time, with your knees bent, kick your left foot up into the sky, wiggle the toes, and cross that left ankle over the right thigh. Making a figure four, we're going to reach around the right thigh and interlace our fingers behind that thigh here and give it a pull for our supine pigeon pose here. Breathe. Keep those toes nice and active here. Again, option to press into your left thigh for an extra stretch, or to reach further and beyond to your right shin for a bit extra of a stretch here. Find what feels good. Breathe into that right hip for a few breaths. We're about to switch into our supine twist to the right. All right, go ahead and place that right leg down. Extend your left leg to completely cross over the right. Reach your hands out to both sides. Support and lower your legs to the right side of the body now. And you can look to the left for a full body twist and place your arms however suits you best. Goalpost arms, Texas T, whichever works for you today. But breathe into the belly here to get the most of this pose. belly and the left hip and the heart space. Allow yourself to fully and completely rest into the mat. Your eyes are closed, and you notice thoughts bubbling up into your mind. Just notice them, acknowledge them, and let them float away. No need to judge what comes up. Just, just notice. Let each thought pass as if it was your breath. Let it pass with each passing breath. Just 1 or 2 more minutes here and then we'll transition. Keep breathing into the belly, the heart space. Allowing your body to really ease into this posture. All right. Press into your palms at either side. Draw the navel in and down towards the mat and bring your legs back up. Alrighty, we're going to move into a supported back bend. So for this, you just need a block or two, depending on your preferences. You want to put it like right below your heart space. That's your lower back. So right above where your sacral bone is. You have your legs out in front of you like so. And you see how I'm resting on my elbows like this? You want to simply walk one hand out and lower nice and gently. Now you can have your block completely flat like this, or if you wanted a little extra stretch, you can have it tall, or just half tall like so. But for me in my practice today, I'm just going to have it completely flat. Again, everyone's in a different place. But this gives you an excellent abdominal stretch here. However latent it might be, it's effective nonetheless. Just focus on breathing into the belly here. Try to find softness. You can still rest your head on your pillow if you like. There's a lot of word about people that don't speak well of having a long puffy belly, but the bottom line is allowing yourself that option to extend your abdominals, to really breathe into it, extends the potency of your breath, and it helps you draw in a deeper breath all around. It's seen as a bad thing because we're again in a world that everyone wants to be fit and have that six pack, but at the same time, we can also look inward and find a better breath by allowing a little openness here. Again, there's no shame, no judgment. This is all about finding the most for your body, the most for your practice. This ought to feel really good if you do work out on your abs a lot. I'm just going to do 1 or 2 more minutes here, my friends. All right, bend your knees, inhale, exhale, draw your navel in, lift your hips up and remove the block, and slowly roll down, give your spine a little massage here. We're going to remove our pillows for a small time, and then elongate our bodies completely and fully to the mat. Go ahead and extend your arms up above your head. We're going in for a full body stretch. Point your toes downward. Breathe in for a big stretch. And as you exhale, take your right wrist and wrap it with your left hand while simultaneously crossing your right ankle over the left. And inhale, stretch the right side of the body for a little bit here. Just breathe. We're doing this for about 2.5 minutes on each side, so just another minute and a half here. You guys are doing good. try to keep your ears away from your shoulders here. Keep your heart nice and open. Just one more minute. All right, unravel. We'll switch to the other side, but we'll start with a stretch, full body stretch. Reach your fingers up, your toes down. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, switch sides. Cross your right or left ankle over your right. Grasp your left wrist with your right hand. Side body stretch, left side. Breathe. Remember keeping your heart open. Breathe into the left side of your core. Remember, find ease with the breath. So a good way to do this, you can take an inhale in. Find a place to soften. And exhale out. Find elsewhere, somewhere else to soften. And repeat. Just one more moment here. You're doing wonderfully. All right, unravel. One more big stretch in, or stretch the body out. And then as you exhale, bend the knees and reach your knees up towards the chest. Give yourself a hug. Slight sway from side to side. Maybe you give yourself a couple of moments to circle your knees around, find a little low back massage. And when you're ready, roll over to one side, either way is fine, and use your hand to press up to seated. All right. So we're simply just going to do a forward fold, but seated form. You can have your pillows out in front of you, for support. So we're going to inhale together now, reach up towards the sky, arms parallel, pull the thumbs back. Exhale, think up and over as you fold forward into your pillows. You can hold one pillow up to support your head, and then you allow your head simply to fall naturally. Keep your toes nice and engaged. And breathe into the low back body. Allowing your head and neck to completely and fully relax. This class isn't about forcing yourself into making a specific shape or form, but it's about finding ease and maybe easing yourself into these poses. We want to fit these shapes so much that we kind of try to force it sometimes, but this isn't about that. This is allowing yourself to ease in, to just notice how you feel, and to use your breath. Breathe into the back body, the lower back body. Find new space and find new softness. Another 2 minutes here. And when you're ready, use your hands. Walk yourself back up. Move the pillows. Swing your legs over to one side. Take your time. And we're going to meet on all fours. Bring your toes together Knees as wide as the mat. And walk your hips all the way back to your feet. We're moving into extended child's pose. So focus on your tailbone, reaching down toward your feet, and then gently walking your hands forward, one step at a time. Easing yourself down. Now we're just staying in this pose for just a moment as we're going to find a moment on each side where we lift and move to the left and right. But for now, just focus on the center for about a minute here. Maybe your forehead meets the mat. Maybe you give your forehead a little massage by swaying it gently side to side. If you want a little extra, you can lift your palms up by pressing into the fingertips. And if your hips don't meet your feet as easily, it doesn't happen quite overnight. That's what this practice is for, practice. Find ease, little ways, one day after another, and then eventually you find yourself in a position you never thought you could. Breathe into the heart space, the low back. Melt a little deeper. Inhale, take a look forward, and then use your hands to walk to your left. And exhale, release the head back down. We'll stay here 1 or 2 minutes. Breathing into the right side body, the right hip flexor, and the heart. Inhale, look forward and switch. Walk your hands to the right this time. Breathe into the left side body. And exhale, find softness. Again, if you notice your breathing has gone shallow, take a deep breath in through the nose and expand your diaphragm. And find softness with your exhale, focusing on that ujjayi breath. Allowing your thoughts to flow like a river and to pass with each passing breath. Inhale, look up, back to center, and walk your torso back up. Wonderful. All right, keep your knees where they are, nice and wide. We're going to place our left palm in the center. Inhale, reach the right hand up high. And exhale, reach that hand through the hole here and place your ear on the mat for a wonderful shoulder stretch here. For a few moments, we're going to rest in this posture. If you want to keep your left hand where it is, that's fine. Or you can extend your left hand beyond your head here. Breathe into your right shoulder and that fleshy area between your right ear and right shoulder. It's just for a little while. You're nearing the end, my friends. You've been doing wonderfully. Again, it may not seem like a lot of work, but this latent practice brings a lot of benefits. It brings you ease, it brings you a reset mentally and physically, and even spiritually. Helps you relax tension in the neck and shoulders, in the back, in the abdominals and legs. Every body part benefits. Just one more moment here. Breathe into the shoulder. And when you're ready, take your left hand into the center, press firmly into it, reach back up, and then exhale, switch. Place your right hand in the center this time. Inhale, reach the left hand up high. Open the heart, and exhale, draw that hand in and under and through to reach towards your pillows or your other side of the mat. And rest your left ear onto the mat. Reach your right hand up to the top of your mat if that suits your needs. And breathe. Just one or two moments here, my friends. It doesn't have to be for long. When you're ready, go ahead and swing that right hand back to center. Press firmly into this spot. Inhale, reach the left hand up, and exhale, bring that back down. All right. Once more, we're going to meet on our backs for our Shavasana. But if you want to get any wiggles out before we rest in our final posture, go ahead. You could do a cat and cow. You could do a another child's pose. You could do a happy baby. Options are yours. But when you are ready to fully and entirely move into Shavasana, take your time here and we will settle in. You can grab your blanket and lay it atop of you, or you can grab your pillow to place on your torso to hold, or you can place your pillow underneath your knees here. And allow your hands to spill out to your sides, palms facing up. Close your eyes or soften your gaze. Relax the muscles in the forehead, the jaw, the back of your head. Relax your shoulders, your arms, your heart space and tummy, your thighs, your calves, and your feet, fingers and toes. Let it all relax here. feel entirely and completely supported by the ground beneath you, as if it has risen to meet your body at this present moment. And just breathe. Just be. This is enough. You are enough. And you've taken this time for you today. And that's awesome. Take a few more moments here just to be. I'll conclude at the end, but allow yourself to reflect in your personal silence for a few moments, and then I'll let you know when it's time. When you're ready, bring your awareness back into the space. Allow yourself maybe to stir your fingers and toes. Maybe rock your head gently one side and another. Maybe you open your eyes or maybe you leave them closed. Go ahead and bend your knees and take your time here. And roll over to your favorite side. Take a moment. If you don't have a pillow, you can use your arm. And when you're ready, press up. We'll meet in a cross-legged seat. And with that, I conclude our Yin Yoga practice for today. This is, again, a wonderful practice for all levels to just kind of reset, to find some ease, especially in the fast pace of our lives. I hope you had this time, use this time for you to kind of reconnect with your needs in your body and to reconnect with the breath. But again, I am honored for this opportunity to share my practices with you every single Saturday. Catch us again next Saturday at 11 a.m. at Hive Fitness Studio or online on facebook.com/yoga with George Ethan or facebook.com/Wilkes Recovery Revolution. That said, I bow to you, and you can bow back and say silently or aloud, Namaste. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you again soon.